Hey, what's up fellow programmers? Your favorite nerd, Victor Ogwari here. And I realized that most programming tutorials on YouTube have a lot of terms that most people don't understand, so I tried to come up with a video to explain most of these things. Hopefully it will help you. So yeah, I call it programming preliminaries, the stuff that most people miss. Yeah, as you can see over here, we have definitions and functions of stuff like a source code, an object code, a compiler, a linker, variable, data types, declaration, identifiers, amongst others that are not here, but I'll still define them. So what is a source code? Basically, a source code is any collection of computer instructions written in human readable language or ordinary text. That is definition from Wikipedia, but to clarify that for you, picture yourself playing a PlayStation 4, maybe FIFA, and the X button on the controller is for you to pass the ball, and you understand passing in form of X. But the machine, the PS4 machine, cannot understand X. When you press it, you actually command it, and it is a bunch of ones and zeros. That is actually the object code. The one that the PS4 will understand is called the object code, and its definition is sequence of instructions or statements in machine language. Both object and source codes are instructions, but you as a person, you understand the source code and the computer understands the object code. So X is the source code, the ones and zeros, the binary, is the object code. So that brings me to the next definition, a compiler. What is a compiler? A compiler changes a written program into an executable file that a computer can understand and run. Basically, what a compiler does, it takes a source code and converts it into an object code. And compilers, we have examples like Visual Studio, that is for C and C++, and we have idle for Python programmers. So we also have linkers, and linkers resolve external references and produces the executable module. This means like when you call out a function in your compiler, something like Visual Studio, if you make a spelling error, a red line will appear under it, and that is the work of the linker. It also combines all object codes and make a program that can actually run. So look at this. We have a source code, file C, file 1, another source code. Both source codes pass through the processor or the compiler and are converted into an object code, file 1 and file 2. Now these two will be linked together. That is the work of the linker. And the linker also it picks out functions. So printf from the libraries will be picked by the linker. Then this function will work on these object codes to produce an executable code, a complete program. Okay, I think you understand. So yeah, that is basically it. So now let's move on to data types. Data types, nature of expected input or output. We have stuff like integers, those are whole numbers, stuff like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have floating points like 0.001, 0.02, 0.45, or even pi. And character. A character is just a letter like A, B, C, D. And a group of characters make a string, I mean. So next is a variable. What is a variable? named memory locations that have types such as integer or character. When I say Mary, your memory, it is stored somewhere that Mary is a girl. You don't have to be told that Mary is a girl. If I say Michael, Michael is a guy, is a boy. Declaration. What we declare are variables. You declare variables announcing a variable's data type or memory location. Let us say you are called Michael. Okay? Basically, you are called Michael because when you're born, your mother declared that you're called Michael. We can as well call you Anthony, and we can make that name stick. But since you called that initially, we got used to you as Michael, so you were declared to be Michael. So even in programming, you declare an X to be 5, so that X will be 5 forever. Also, declaration specifies the part of the memory where it will go. If somebody is called Mary, the part of the memory will be she's a girl. Identifiers. What are identifiers? These are the names of data types, variables, constants, and functions. Michael is an identifier. It's like a name tag. Constants, we have stuff like pi. Another constant is epsilon. If you're a physicist, epsilon, we have permittivity of free space. Those are constants. For functions, you can identify like f of x is equals to x raised to power 3 plus 2x minus 5. That is a function. So when you punch in 5 for x, it actually does a calculation. That is a function. So yeah, I think we're done with that. Yeah, like, share, and comment on this video. And also don't forget to subscribe to Luna Programming for future tutorials. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.